Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to use ARUNI on Oregon. Don't know why there's a band face, but just ignore that. I just went into a custom game. I'm going to show you all of the setups on all three of the main sites that are used in ranked at least. These aren't like comp setups, these are going to help you in your solo queue games though mostly. And even if you're like in a stack or whatever. It should just help you in general, and I'm going to give you tips on how to set up the site. Because you actually can set up the site with ARUNI, like fully. You can do pretty much anything you want with her little punchy arm. I'm going to show you some good barbed wire placements. You can also take the bulletproof camera. Usually I take the barb for solo queue at least. Because you're not going to want to rely on some random teammates to be on a camera. That's the last thing you want to do in solo queue. It will not end well, like 90% of the time. For the loadout, I'm going to take the MK, but either way, you can't lose with a gun, because the ARUNI's like a headshot machine. Like, it almost has 1,000 fire rate. Like I said, barb over bulletproof for solo. If you're with people that you can trust for the cam, just take the bulletproof. Or if you have more sets of barbed wire. Okay, first you want to reinforce this wall here. I'm going to show you all the reinforcements as well. Make a little punchy line of sight at head level, preferably. I like putting one of my gates right there. I'll put another gate here because I'm going to play in this area right here. Put one more on this in case you have somebody playing elbow. And it'll help you playing in Shaiko's spot over there. You want to reinforce this side of the wall. You can do this quicker in an actual game. I'm just trying to explain to you guys how to do everything. So you're going to want that line of sight, and then you're going to want to reinforce both of these. Really, the reinforcements and the lines of sight you make in this area are up to you, but this is just the way I like to do it. I think it's the safest way. Right here, you're going to want to put like footholes on this. And then go up and make some holes like that. What this will do is allow you to watch the back stairs. Get the holes a little higher. This is going to be better right here for the shotgun to make these holes. Because it's hard for her to punch up there. But you can do it. Like I just did there. If you're playing elbow, you're going to want to reinforce this side of the wall preferably. So you don't have a quick line of sight onto the entire site. And make your little rotate like anyone on the wall. Usually your smoke or like mute or whatever, whoever's playing the shotgun's gonna do this part, but that's just how to set up the site, so I'm showing you. And you're gonna want a lot of ADSs or like one of my magnets in this area with a shield. Put your shield as far back, but that'll be for another video. Sorry for rambling on. This is the ARUNI vid though. Make your main rotate right here. You can make it in the middle, it doesn't really matter exactly. I like putting a little hole here too though in case they take the front side really quick, you can watch that. And then I like reinforcing this panel. Obviously you're just going to fill in whatever your teammates don't get, you don't have time to reinforce like all 10 of the walls in solo queue. This will give you a really nice angle to the back of freezer right here. And that's pretty much all the walls on site. You're going to want to reinforce, obviously, the hatches. I'll show you those really quick before I put my barb down. Again, just fill out what your teammates aren't going to reinforce if you are solo queue. And if you're stacked, just get all of these reinforcements. If you're stacked and you're reinforcing all this stuff, then you're probably going to win most of your ranked games, unless you're in, like, really high diamond or champ lobbies or something. Or if you're in, like, comp. But mainly these are all going to work really well. And come reinforce this wall, or hatch in here. Gonna find the right word for a sec. Then your last reinforcement's up to you, you don't have to use it. Or if, what I like doing with this last wall is if they end up taking bunker, or you don't have somebody playing with it, that's where your last one's going to go right here. For barb, I'll show you really quick before this ends. I always put one back here. No matter if I'm playing ARUNI, Jaeger, anybody with my barb. And then I'll put one right here. Because what that allows, if they have to if the can't talk, they get the gate first. They'll have to use another piece of utility if they want to get the barb. Because usually you won't be able to get that close to smack it, unless they're tucked in like the close left corner. We're gonna go upstairs next though. I'm gonna take the DMR this time around. The DMR is the weapon I like using. It's really up to you though, like I said. But if you can hit headshots with like the 1.5 times, like this thing's actually insane. And it's like a 2-shot down every time from like any range almost. It's actually ridiculous. But the Roni is too, so that's why she's one of like the best operators. Okay, first you're gonna want to reinforce these walls, obviously. Unless you're like doing some crazy, insane extension in the master, which you can do, but wouldn't recommend doing that in solo. You don't want to shoot these windows. You just heard the glass break there, probably. Same thing here. Didn't mean to shoot the top part open. Same thing there. It's gonna be a rotate right here. Another thing you want to do in the prep phase is hunt for the drones. But that's not really a ARUNI tip, that's just for anybody. You're always going to want to hunt for drones. Put a gate here. Gonna make this rotate. I'm just making them really quick and small, but usually you're going to want another player making a lot of these rotates. She's good for lines of sight though, like the head level ones. Because she can do it so quickly, but she's not good for rotates. It does take a while, but if you have to resort to it, she can still. I like putting a gate on that door and then on the big window. Then I always do little footholes on this side. I think that's pretty default though now. Used to not be as much. It's up to you if you want to reinforce this wall. I do, so I can play safely more inside of kids. Like if you're playing in this area, you're safe from the window now. This is a pretty good spot, or here. You don't have to worry about getting wall banged and you can hold white stairs like that. You're going to want to reinforce these walls into attic and then the other side that goes into tower into like T2. Also, I like reinforcing these sometimes. I'm not going to do it now, but you can if you want to play in a master, especially with like an extension with a little rotate here or on this side. I like doing that with mute a lot. That'll probably be another strat video though for another time. Okay, what I do with my 2 pieces of barb, I usually stack both of them near white. I put one to the lower side so that way if you hear barbed wire and you're like close to the top, like right here, say somebody's like, you hear somebody like slowly crouch walking through, boom, that's a free kill right there. Or if they're hitting it, you know they're going to be like near the bottom, so it's a freebie. And I put one towards the top as well, so that way they slide through this without you hearing. They have another piece to either hit or walk through as well to slow them down. That's pretty much it for this site though. Like I said, you reinforce these 2 as well. You don't want to reinforce this wall. You don't have to again, but I definitely like doing it. So this window right here, if they're on, you can hide safely in this area. Because usually there's going to be like a shield right here to watch that. And then there's going to be a shield right here too to play. That's why this ARUNI gate right here is like really clutch. I think this is a really good setup. I'll show you some holes too I like making. If you're playing by the big window and nobody's trying to push it at all, you can safely play back here too. And you can watch the bottom of white and this window. And even this hallway if they're trying to push down it.
15 seconds left.
Another good one here since there's a shield. You can play back here and kind of watch this door right here if they're trying to grenade from below or something.
5 seconds remaining.
And then this will watch like the green door right there. And you can open the hatch if you want. That's just preference though. That's pretty much how to set up that site with ARUNI. I really like going her for that site specifically in solo queue. Even if I'm not taking her on the others. That's probably her best one, I'd say. Not even like probably, that's definitely her best one on the map. Usually you're going to want to go meeting. Kitchen used to be like the meta, but at this point I think meeting's the better one. So take ARUNI again. We're going to be doing a top-down setup. So you're going to be playing for top control, opening both the hatches up.
Secure the bomb.
It's up to you if you want to open them both. Definitely open the kitchen one, I'd say. I guess you don't have to, though. It depends where you're trying to play. You're going to want to reinforce these two walls no matter what, pretty much. So they can't just see the site from outside. So do that. Come up here. I like making a rotate on this side. Usually if you're like solo queue as well, which this video is mainly made for, they're not going to push like upstairs on tower or upstairs in general. So this will work even better. I like making a little rotate here, just like the upstairs site. Barely can't squeeze in there. With the DMR, you only have to shoot the window like once, I think. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I like putting some barb here, towards like the middle, because I don't want to use both pieces for that. You can use a gate for this too, if they are pushing up top and you know it. But if you don't know, you don't have to. Reinforce both these. If you have reinforcements left, but if your team uses them all downstairs, that's fine too. You don't really need this reinforced, especially if they're not like actively pushing up here. I like putting barricades on this door at least, maybe even the farther one. Did I shoot that? No. Shoot this radio because it's so annoying. You want to open this hatch up here. Shoot that glass. I like putting a reinforcement here if you have an extra too, just in case they are taken up. So you can quickly escape and you'll get wallbang trying to like get back to the hatch to watch this. And because of this, you can watch this little hole here, and you don't have to worry about getting wallbanged if they are taking T2 or T3. Because this door, they're usually going to be pushing from, and you can watch that from the hatch, and you can watch like most all the default spots. Usually the best attack on this map too is going to be from this side by split. You're definitely going to want to reinforce these two single walls. These are like the most important ones almost. Okay, again for this, you're going to want another player probably to make this rotate because this is a big one. Like it's literally big in size, so it's going to take you years to make it with ARUNI. What? There we go. Can't even run through it, but that's fine. I like putting some barb in this area, like right there. That way they're kind of like stuck on an island here getting the barb. They can't really like hide anywhere while they get it. You want to reinforce this wall, probably. So they'll have to Habana into it or Ace into it or something. Unless they bring a thermite and get it that way, which is... I mean, like, if you let them thermite this wall from this area, something's just wrong with you. You're gonna want to make some kind of rotate into here, probably. It's up to you, like, where you make the rotate on the wall, but I prefer a rotate on both of these. So that way you can get back into the site if you're flanking down white stairs or something from top. Since it is a top-down, but you should have somebody else making these. Like, you're not gonna have to time for all of this shit. Like, that's a lot for you to do already. You're gonna want to put one gate here. I put one gate here. And then one on this door right here on the very right side of the screen. Onto stage. I wasn't able to show you in time because there was so much setup. Which is my point. You're going to want a teammate to help you. Otherwise, you're just going to have to leave some of the walls alone and some of the rotates on site. Just try to play upper control on the hatch. That's going to do it though for the guide. I guess I could show you this last site really quick too. I might as well. Actually, no, I can't. Because I'm on the wrong side. It's pretty much the same thing on the other kitchen site. Like, you're going to want to play up top, but mainly in the kitchen because you don't have to worry about meeting on that site, so don't even worry about the other hatch. So just play upstairs in dorms and kids. Watch the hatch and you're pretty much going to win. Just make the holes like I was showing you earlier on the kids site. that's going to do it for this video. I hope this helped you out a little bit at least. And if it did, just leave a like down below. I'm going to be making a lot more of these guides. I've had a lot of fun making the first one and this one. I think I probably will make more defense guides. They're more like clear and easy what you're supposed to be doing. It's kind of hard to do like a attack solo queue guide. I'll do more, but we'll see. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one.